Hello everybody. It's been a while since we've done an update, so let me get you caught up with where we are. We're up to 1.1020 and we've made major changes to the UI, and let's take a look at some of those changes. Alright, here we are into the main system. You'll notice that the space station's gone. We felt that it was confusing to new players, and so we removed it and just came in with a very simple menu system. So we may bring the space station back for other things in the future because I thought it was very pretty. So we'll figure that out as we move. So we're going to open up the war manager here. I've created a war already, so let's just go ahead and set active. You notice the menus automatically close, and down here, we've talked about this before, the left is the hub connection, the game connection. Both of these must be green. If they go to red or a different color at any time, you've got to disconnect. During this beta time, if you get a disconnect, please send me an email immediately. I can look at what the server's doing. We've added some diagnostic on the server, so the sooner that you can let me know that you got disconnected, and it'll help me diagnose those problems. So I want to try to get rid of those as quickly as we can. So you'll notice the game menu matches what we've all seen before in the past. So some of these are still not active yet. It says under construction. I'll get these wired up. The dialog boxes are there, just not wired up at this point. So assume command of your ship. Alright, so now we're in space. One of the things that we've done, we've made the mouse a little bit smoother. You'll see it's not as jerky as it was in the past. One of the other things that we've done, if I hold the middle mouse key, we allow you to get a nice smooth rotation. One of the things that we had before was the rotation was really jerky. We've made that smoother, and we made it smooth enough. We're probably going to go ahead and leave into the game the ability to go look at things in 3D. You can see the little lights on the planet, and we've got some prettiness to the game. Prettiness, I don't know if that's the right word, but it looks cool, dude. Especially you can see the atmosphere glowing as we come around in the orbit of this planet. Let's go ahead and just sit right here. We're going to talk about a couple of things. One is we've got a ship's library now. Come up, choose the region. Here again, we'll have a lot of regions. We're going to hit reload library. You can see right here that this is the data. If I turn off colonies, reload library, now shows me all the planets in this system. And it lets me know that you can't establish colonies within this system because this is the imperial system. Alright. And so we also allow you to set these steps. So if you say anything that is lower than a 95 HAB, you'll notice that the 100 HAB disappears. And you can bring that up to the top and then set the lower end, reload library, and you only see the 100 HAB. One of the other things that we've done, here we can kind of take a look at the orbit here, is we're coming around. See the clouds and everything, kind of cool. Okay. One of the other things is music's getting a little loud, so I'm going to hit the escape key. We've game settings, so we can turn that down. Graphics, this allows you to go full screen or not. And keyboard, this is how you can set up your move towards, which is mouse 1, that kind of thing. So mouse rotate, this allows you to set this. Mouse wheel up, mouse wheel down. This you can also use the X and the Z for zoom in, zoom out, so you can do with the keyboard. So for those who enjoy the keyboard, that allows you to get a quick zoom out and a quick zoom in. Okay, alright, so that's there. Now navigation wise, if I push the key to accelerate, so our ship comes out. You can really zoom in if you want. Alright, now the A and the D key will allow you to turn the ship. You can see I'm doing that without clicking with the mouse. So you can navigate using the keyboard at this point. So that's one of the new features. Alright, so let's go ahead and nav over to System 5. Now I've jumped out previously and I've sent probes to these because I wanted to be able to show you the bars that are on these guys. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to stop. Now these with the zoom in and zoom out make a difference because now you can see it at even at a zoomed out position. You'll see that on the dog bone here, I don't know if that's a better way to say it, but on the dog bone here in the center you have the planet number. Left hand side is the color for Hab, and the right hand side is the color metal, the color of the metal. The closer you are to green, the closer you are to 100. All the systems in Academy Wars, the single player stuff, there's a 80/80 Hab in all those systems, so those colors won't matter, won't vary much in this system. Those will matter and show better things in the main game itself. But you'll notice there's a little sphere down here. This will be colored according to the friend or foe. Right now this is an NPC, so it's just kind of blue. But that will allow us to be able to say, even at a zoomed out position, you can see even far away that you can have, there's the bases in those systems. Go to navigate. You'll notice that we now have a little circle on the planet that you're flying to. So even if you're zoomed out, you can kind of see that from a range. So one of the things that we've been adding to make gameplay as enjoyable as possible. So combat really hasn't changed too terribly much, except the NPCs are pretty nasty now. We've added the targeting ring, so you can kind of see. I'm going to use my keyboard here to do my firing. Turn around here and hit him. And see if we can come around. Here again, you'll notice I'm not using the mouse. I'm using everything with the keyboard. Oh, got him right on the rip. And you can see they turn and dodge and do all kinds of different things that they didn't do in the past. So we just don't have that circle of combat that we had in the beginning of the game. You'll also notice, well, you saw his shields take that whole damage. This becomes yellow, which matches that ship is targeted. Ooh, got him good. Got him good. And here again, this is a beginner game, so they don't do a whole lot of damage. It's mainly just to be able to learn how to maneuver and hopefully do a little bit of combat in this version. There we go. See if I can get around, and there we go. Got him. Okay, so let's go ahead and maneuver over to Planet C and take a look at the changes with the planets. We've added the planet management, so you can actually manage some planets, and we'll talk about that real quick. And let's capture the planet first. So we'll open the planet menu. We're going to go ahead and do the capture. Come out. That big white area is going to be changing here very quickly. It's on my list to get done next. So let's take a look at this. Let's enter dry dock. So we have a dry dock now. So you can see your ship and the size of the dry dock. The smallest dry dock we have is 3 legs, and if you take a look in the very beginning, you'll see that they will get bigger. It adds more action or working arms to it as they grow. So this is how you can configure your ship. You choose the configuration type. I don't want to do that right now because in Academy Combat is the only configuration I want. And then custom, this allows you to choose which ones you want. But in most cases, the 3 buttons here should be able to get you what you want to do. Okay? If not, let me know. We'll figure it out and improve it. So I'm going to go ahead and exit the dry dock. Let's take a look at planet management now. So I'm just going to open the planet menu. Trying to figure out what we want to do here. I think we're just going to put a picture of the planet in the background. I don't want to be too distracting to what we have going on, though. All right, so basic industry. Let's talk about this one first. Here's where you come in. You can type, I want 6% because I can go to 9% if I wanted to. I'll do a submit. That'll get me up to 6%. The bars, this is your capacity. Okay, so you have 50 and 31 and that kind of thing. So let's take a look at this side over here, products. Now products, this is what's being produced by the industry that we have selected, which is basic industry. If I tell it that I want 3 dots into basic industry, you look at the total number of dots, and that will give you a fractional value. So if I come in and I want 1 dot in arms, this will give me 4 dots total. So this is 3/4, and this is 1/4. Okay. So if I put a dot down here in refinery bots, to build up our mining refineries, so 25% of the output from basic industry will go into refinery bots. And so I can turn this off. Now it'll take 30%. Okay, or if I take this one off, it'll then drop 50% will go into basic industry building itself, and 50% will go into the refinery. So you have full control over this now. It's not a percentage. Wanted to leave a little bit of, not necessarily the mystery that we used to have at MegaWars 3, but didn't want to have too much of a fine control. So, and here again, if there's only 1 dot, every bit of that output will be going into the refinery bots at that point. Okay. The same of that goes with products that are produced. If there's no dots, it just averages them out. So if I put 1 dot here, because there's 1 dot, 100% of that output will go in torpedoes. So if I put 1 dot on each of these, it gets a third. Okay. So if I want more missiles being produced, I can put an extra dot there. Okay. All right, so that is some of the basics that we have on the basic industry. Your warehouse now holds where everything is. You can set the minimum, the maximum, and the selling price. And the selling price is what people purchase it through the trading post. So we'll be seeing more of that in one of the future videos. Okay. All right. Oh, these 2 buttons, there is no, it's always saved. I need to change this button. So, all right. So I think that's it. We went through this. We went through the rotation of the ship and the planets, and we can take a look at the beauteousness of all of this. Load my torpedoes to make that clear away. Here again, if you have any issues, please let me know. Email is usually the best way to do it. The forums are a little bit delayed on their messages, so email is probably the best, and we have that ability to send an email to me directly in the launcher. So there's a little button there that says send log, and you can give me a description or let me know what's going on. But I think we've got some cool changes, and things look kind of cool. And I appreciate everyone who has helped with the participation of the testing and all that you guys have done. I greatly appreciate all of that at this point. So, all right, I think that's it. Y'all have a good one.